Good morning, children. Today we will begin with another topic of this chapter, outcomes of democracy. So today's topic is economic growth and development. How in democracy economic growth and development can be achieved. Okay, and we are thinking about democracy. If democracies are expected to produce good governments, when we talk about the monarchy or dictatorship, this is the best form of government we studied in the previous classes. So Abraham Lincoln's famous quotation, we know definition about democracy is this is the government formed by the people, of the people and for the people. From this definition itself we understand democracy is the government which is formed by the people. We studied that the rulers in democracy are people's representatives. People elect their own representatives and they rule the people. So people have the right to elect them, at the same time they have the right to remove them also. So that democracy becomes the best form of government. So there are many evidences showing that how it can develop. Economic growth and development is possible in democracy. So all these evidences we can say practice in democracies sometimes it may not fulfill the expectation also. So there is a comparison when we are thinking about monarchy and democracy. Sometimes monarchy government or monarchy also may be little bit better in economic growth and development. Some cases or evidences show like that only. But most of the democratic countries in the world are also in the way of economic growth and development. When we consider all democracies and all dictatorship for the years between 1950 and 2000, so these periods, sometimes we can find some of the dictatorships have slightly higher rate of economic growth when we compare the democracy and dictatorship. So some dictatorships or dictator governments are little bit better in development. We are not talking about the people's rights, how they are considering the people's rights, how much they are affected. But here when we talk about economic growth and development, some of the dictatorships have a slightly higher rate of economic growth comparing the democratic governments. So the inability of democracy to achieve a higher economic development worries us that why the democratic countries are likely less developed comparing the dictatorship. What is the reason? We are talking always that the democratic form of government is better government. Why it happens in case of economic growth and development? So this is alone may not be the reason for rejecting democracy. Only because of this we cannot reject democracy. Okay, and as you have already studied in economics also, economic development depends upon many factors, several factors, not only about the economic growth. It has many factors here, country's population and size. Very importantly we can say many of the Asian countries a huge population we can observe. So population, size of population, and the size of country also, how much far or wide or bigger or smaller countries, and population also is having an important factor of the development of any nation. Global situation, that now we know that current situation, the COVID-19 COVID-19 situation occurring all over the world, this affects every nation. This affected already every nation of its economic growth. Okay, economic growth in a negative economic growth occurred all over the world. That is one thing, global situation. Then population and the size and cooperation from other countries. How do we maintain foreign relations, other countries, relations with our foreign affairs with other nations? That is also an important factor. And economic priorities adopted by the country also. Suppose we do not have such kind of foreign trade relations, if we are exporting more and importing less from other countries also, there will be no much better or no better cooperation with the other countries. So these are all factors affecting many extra others also. So these all factors often affect the economic development or growth of any nation. So however, the difference of these in the rates of economic development between the less developed countries like Pakistan or other countries, okay, less developed countries with a dictatorship and democracies, we can find many differences comparing the democracies or dictatorship and less developed countries. So here overall we cannot say that democracy is guarantee of economic development only when we have already discussed, because of the reason some of the cases monarchy or dictatorships are little bit higher in the economic development than democracies. So that we can expect a democracy not to lag behind dictatorships in this respect. Okay, some cases we expect that higher rate of development in the dictatorship than the democracy. When we find such significant differences in the rate of economic growth between the countries under dictatorship and democracy, better to prefer democracy as it has several other positive outcomes. We know that in a democracy we can not only about the economic growth but many other factors or points we have to remember that. What are the important things in a democracy? We have positive outcomes in democracy. People have the freedom, people have fundamental rights, or people have freedom to propagate any or believe in any religion, etc. So all these are possible in democracy comparing other than dictatorship, because here in dictatorship we know that the dictator or monarch alone takes a decision. There is no right for the people have to just blindly follow the decisions taken by the monarch or dictator. So that monarchy or comparing monarchy or dictatorship and democracy is the best form of government. Now economic outcomes of democracy, sometimes people argue that over the many years we can find out democracy has gathered careful evidences. We can find here in your textbook there are two tables given. From that we can compare that. Table 1 shows that an average dictatorial regimes or any monarchy, especially we can say the country of Saudi Arabia and the Sultan of Brunei, etc. These are all monarchic or dictatorships. There we can find a slightly better record of economic growth. When comparing with the democracy, these countries have a better economic growth. But when we compare their record only by poor countries, there is virtually no difference in the case of poor countries. But here people's rights or fundamental rights many times are harmed, or it is not, people do not have this type of privileges in the monarchic or dictatorial regimes. So in the table 2 we can find out, shows that within the democracies there can be very high degree of inequalities. In the democracies, many countries are the democratic countries, there are also inequalities are higher. In democratic countries like South Africa and Brazil, the top 20% of the people, same like India, we can also find here 20% of the people take away the more than 60% of the national income. Same situation existing in our country also. Mukesh Ambani or Adani, Tata and Birla, such kind of rich personalities or the corporates on the large portion of the income with them. Okay, so that in Brazil and South Africa, these are the best example. We can say top 20% of the people take away 60% of the national income. That means the richer becomes richest and richest, the poor becomes poorer and poorest. This is the condition. So here 60% of the national income is with 20% of the people. So we can find out that there are 3% of the people, bottom people with 20% of the population. 20% of the population has only 3% of the national income with them. So countries like the Denmark and Hungary are much better in this respect. The national income is almost equally distributed there. Okay, not much differences. So there is a huge difference in South Africa or Brazil, like these countries. About 60% of the national income is within the hands of, within the pockets of 20% of people there. So you can see here there is often inequality of opportunities available into the poorer sections also. These countries, when we compare, we can find very poor countries or very poor sections of the people in any country. They have and there is unequal opportunities also. So in the coming, that's all for today. In the coming class, we will study more about the reduction in inequality and poverty in the in democratic nations, democracy, how reduction and inequality and of reduction of inequality and poverty occurring in a democracy.